going into Election Day that it could take several days to declare a winner. Now that the votes have been cast, people are asking the Verify team all sorts of questions about the ballot counting process and how races are called, including, does my ballot become public record after Election Day? Here's Cheryl Mercedes.
You cast your ballot, so what's next? Someone asked the Verify team, can a voter sue to confirm that their ballot has been applied? Yes, they may. According to the Texas Secretary of State's office, a voter may sue the state or a county if they feel their ballot was illegally thrown out. Someone else asked, is it true that your vote is a secret until Election Day, but then after that, it becomes public record? No, that is false. Your vote is a secret. In Texas, someone can request your voting history to find out which elections you've participated in. But the way you vote, that is always confidential. And lastly, someone wanted to know, why is it that different media outlets are reporting that Biden has 253 electoral votes and others 264? Well, it is true. They do differ depending on who you're relying on for your election data. Every media outlet depends on data from different races before they call elections. At KHOU, we rely on data analyzed by the Associated Press. So, our number of electoral votes that we're reporting for Joe Biden is 264. Back to you.